Hello, everybody. Welcome. Okay, this is my first time doing live streaming in a long time, but this is the first time that I've done it like kind of in a more professional setup as much as I can. If you are just now joining, I'm going to give people some time to pop on here. I just did this on a whim because I was setting everything up. And so I thought I would just come on here and I thought, well, while I'm setting all this up, I might as well just get on, say hello, and see how everything goes. And I've got these Pagos colored pencils. I was like, you know what? I'll just swatch some colored pencils and see what happens. I'm going to try, I'm streaming from my phone up above, and then I've got my new webcam plugged in. And let me know if you have any trouble with audio or video or anything, please. I know my notifications are coming in. I thought I turned them off. Oh, geez. That's going to be a mess, but okay, whatever. So, geez. There's a little bit of a delay here. I'm going to pop on. I did let two people know that I was going to do a live stream, but other than that, it was just very impromptu. All that good stuff. Hopefully it was just very impromptu. Oh, there I am. Okay, we got to mute myself. And I'm going to say hi on the chat. Hi, Heather. So good to see you. Thank you for hopping on very quick. I did let Arlena know that I'm on here. But other than that, you two are the only two that know I'm on here. And so when you see this, let me know how the image quality is. I can see it from here, but I'm gonna, okay, there we go. There's a little bit of a delay, but that's okay. I kind of figured that. So it looks like this is a little, does it look a little blurry? It does, doesn't it? It's not the best, but that could be the streaming bitrate and all that, whatever. Everything sounds loud and clear, and your image is very clear. Yay! Is this okay? Like my manicure? Hi, Elcat. Hello. Okay, great. I like to know that it looks good. So, because, you know, I spent some money on Prime Day, by the way, and I got, just for the channel, not for live streaming, I got a $300, no, I'm sorry, it was originally almost $400 dedicated time-lapse camera from Brino, and it used to be $400. I'd had my eye on it for a long time, but I was like, you know what? I am not paying $400 for it. So on Prime Day, they had it for $100 off, and then I had a $50 gift card. So I got it for a pretty good price, and it can time lapse for long periods of time. So and the battery life is like 99 days. It's insane. So I'm always looking to improve this channel. And if you hear thunder, we got some rain coming. Okay. So I was swatching these, and I don't know how to zoom in. Can I zoom in? I don't know. Oh, there I am. Whoops. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm using a new, this is all very new to me, and this is like weird because it's backwards too. But you know what? Let's just discuss these pencils here for a second. But okay, my brain's going in two different directions. So for Prime Day, I bought a dedicated time-lapse camera from Brino so that the time-lapse doesn't look discolored, because I use two different cameras whenever I do time-lapse now. And I don't have to worry about changing my battery, and I can just kind of go and let it run. And then I got a blue Yeti microphone, so that's what you're hearing right now. And I was really, really confident that I got the right one. And then what else? I got the webcam, and I got this articulating arm. And I mean, I went kind of crazy, but it's worth it if you guys get a better experience on this channel. So hello, how's everybody doing? Hello, Wendy, Victoria, Lawrence, hello. Yeah, hi. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Sunday evening. So I was supposed to do a review on these colored pencils. And by the way, did anybody get any good stuff on Prime Day? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you got, if you got something. So I got my trusty little pencil sharpener, this Cume pencil sharpener. Very, very nice. I like how it's a long point, and I think it's like 13 bucks, but it's worth it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah. Okay, so these pencils, Victoria, these are the Pagos pencils. Let me check back in here and see. I got too much stuff going on. Yeah, since these are, I've got the telephoto on, but yeah, Pagos. I think they're about 20 bucks on Amazon. You got a Sugar Needs, you got a sleeping bag from Coleman for $18. That is awesome. Wow. That's amazing. Because Coleman's pretty good price, or pretty good brand from what I understand. I mean, my dad has Coleman lamps, like kerosene lamps. And he keeps some of them for the apocalypse. I'm not kidding. Where do you get your swatch paper from? Well, I use all kinds of different paper. Sometimes I use Strathmore colored pencil paper to swatch. Most likely, I'm not sure exactly which one this is. It looks like it might be, it's not Canson Mixed Media. It is, hold on, let me think here. Shoot. I think this might be the Strathmore Mixed Media. I don't know. I think it's a Strathmore Mixed Media because it is a higher quality paper, a thicker paper. But okay, so I'm going to start with, this is number 31. Unfortunately, these are not named. And yeah, so I wish they were. And these are a budget-friendly pencil, but you know, I can't help myself whenever I see a pencil that I like, and I reached out to them and I said, hey, I'll do a review if you want. So they sent them to me, but they're really affordable. They're on Amazon. I think they're like $20. By the way, guys, I mean, how do you get the boxes on the paper? Oh, okay. So Victoria, what I do is I have, it's called waffle flower swatch stamps, and Lindsay the Frugal Crafter introduced me to them because I was wondering how she did hers, and that's how she does hers. And the stamps are on Amazon. I think a sheet of the stamps, they have different size swatches that you can use, and the waffle flower brand is not cheap. It's like 20 bucks for the sheet of stamps, and they're clear stamps, and I just use the Fiskars stamp press and go from there. And the stamp press is about 20 bucks too, and it makes all the difference in my opinion. And then I just use an archival ink pad from Ranger, and lo and behold, there you go. Okay, let's see here. How does the overhead camera look? Is that good enough for you guys? I'm a little self-conscious about it because whenever I look at it on the screen, it's not that great. It's kind of meh. But I do have my Sony ZV-1, and I'm hoping to get that all set up for streaming. So once that takes place, then that image will look better. So I'm so glad everybody's here. I didn't think that too many people would be hopping on. So there were so many other things on Prime Day that I wanted. Oh my gosh. There's another budget-friendly pencil called Mark Art, and I had bought the smaller set that they had for a long time, and they just now came out with a 120, but they had the 72 for $20 on Prime Day, and I was like, no, I'm gonna hold off because I already got about 6 different brands that I have to review or just do some projects with, and it takes a long time to do these kind of reviews because colored pencil is like the slowest medium ever, right? Am I right? So let's see here. Okay, looks good. Okay, cool. Looks good here. All right. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Heather. Um, yeah, I want to do this more regularly. How would you guys like it if like we did like a Q&A live stream sometime? Like you could send in your questions or whatever on the community tab, or we could just have an impromptu Q&A about anything, like an ask me anything type of thing. I'm pretty much an open book. It's weird because like I tend to think of myself as a private person, but I'm also kind of an open book at the same time. I'm selectively social, I guess is what you would say. Hi, Mary. Okay. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hello, Lori from California. Asharana. Hello. Am I saying it right? I don't know. If I'm not saying it right, let me know. Let me know how to correctly pronounce it. So this is a really pretty blue. I'm digging this blue. Yeah. So I know in the background it's really boring right now, but if you guys have any ideas as to what you want in the background, if it even matters, I think, I don't know, I feel like backgrounds matter. And I do have some strip lights, like those colored strip lights, and I thought about putting them up today, but there was just so much else like going on, other things going on, and I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. This color, it's like an ultramarine blue, and I'm trying not to show it in the shadows here, but yeah. Okay, here's a question for you guys. Like, I'm sure you guys have watched other YouTube artists who have Patreons and stuff. I had talked about opening a Patreon and including something different that I haven't ever seen before, which would be like monthly oracle card readings for artists specifically designed for the creativity and the creativity process. And I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if I would like to do it, but I would like to be able to offer you guys more than just that. And I'm just not sure what kind of tiers, what I could allow for you guys to, I don't know. Maybe we could do live streams there that are specifically just for patrons. But I also know there's this thing called YouTube memberships, and I haven't quite figured it out exactly like what's the advantage of that versus Patreon. But what do you guys prefer? Do you guys like to support artists on Patreon, or are you aware of the memberships? I know that Arlie Bean, she's got a membership on her channel, and I know it's like it's kind of like how Patreon is, where there's just specific content that only members can see. But I'm not sure. I don't know. There's like, okay, so one of the things I've noticed on YouTube memberships is that there is like little emojis or badges that you get, and I was like, who cares about that? Maybe that's not my generation. I don't know, or maybe it's just me. It looks like they're layering pretty well. Yeah, they are actually. They're laying pretty good. They're a little waxy, but not too bad. I like their watercolor pretzels. I didn't do a review on those, but they do pretty well. I mean, of course, they're not light fast, or if they are, we don't know. Sunday night, hanging with my people. I'm digging this blue. Sunday evening with some unwinding time sounds great to me. That's what I was thinking too. Why must it take forever to swatch? Actually, I don't mind swatching. It's kind of relaxing. That's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to pop on here, say hello to everybody, make sure everything looks good. I'm just waiting to review the Brute Funner. Brute Funner! Brute Funner. I just like saying it. Yeah, I have them. I've just been so busy that I haven't sat down and reviewed them yet. And I just need to, maybe we'll get to that. Maybe that like we'll play around with them in the next one. Raise your hand if you want me to do that. Or here's one thing. I was given the Holbein melts and I want to do a dedicated video on how to use it, but I've only tried it a little bit, and it's different from other solvents because it helps you to basically transform your colored pencil artwork into it's supposed to make it look like a watercolor. So I think there's a learning curve with it, but we might have to try that here and just see what we could do with working with it. Oh yeah, Heather Johnson has the Brute Funner, the Brutes as we call it, and she loves them. And I know Lindsay did a review on them, and she really liked them. Art Sherpa does memberships for like $2 a month. Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I'm catching up with the chat here. Mark Art are Neoni repackaged. Yeah, that happens a lot with some of the colored pencils from the Chinese market. They happen to just kind of be repackaged, relabeled. I don't know if they're all private label, but a lot of them are. I'm looking forward to really busting into my light fast pencils. I really am. I have not. Guys, I've been doing YouTube every week, and so I've been kind of focused on getting the reviews done, and a lot of them have been watercolor and gouache, and so I really haven't had a chance to sit down and get into my Derwents, my Pro Color, and my Light Fast. And but I will. We can't just let those color pencils sit there, right? And so maybe if this goes well, we'll gather on Sunday nights and just maybe swatch, or I'll be working on a project or something, and you guys can come on here, bust out your colored pencils or your watercolors, whatever you're working on, and sit down and have a good time with me. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like the Brute Funner is really being well received. Ooh, is this? See, that doesn't. Maybe it does look like the end, but it looks very turquoise to me. Sometimes these colored pencils, you know, they don't look exactly like what the actual lead is. And that's not just budget colored pencils. That's that goes for, I mean, Derwent's done that. So I was going to have the Sunday video. I was going to have it up today, and I just spent my whole day trying to figure all this crap out. So I do apologize. One does what one can. Who said that? I don't remember. Okay, yeah. How do you guys sharpen the Brute Funners? I'm sorry to hear about your thumb. Asharana. That's a pretty name. Is that your actual name, or is that just your screen name? I love swatching too, Mary. I really do. It's something that I like to do when I don't really have enough physical energy to exert on a piece that I'm working on. Like if I'm just kind of mentally tapped out, it's really nice to just sit down and swatch. It's relaxing. I don't feel like I'm under pressure to do anything, or art, people don't people don't realize sometimes that art does take out like a lot of mental and emotional energy from you. So and that's why I do like to meditate before I sit down to work on something, because then I feel like I can go for longer and the flow just works better that way. But art still takes a lot of energy to do no matter what. And so swatching is a lovely way to kind of replenish some of that energy, to be able to do something creative. Well, it's not really creative, but I mean, it's something passive that can make you feel like you're accomplishing something and being productive, but you don't have to exert that kind of energy that you need for your own paintings or drawings. And so maybe we'll do some tutorials here too, or sketchings, like impromptu sketchings and stuff like that. So if there's anything in particular that you want to know how to draw, let me know in the comments and we'll see what we can do. The AmFat electric sharpener works too. Yes, I have seen really good reviews on the AmFat electric sharpener. I have the, what do I have, guys? It's not the AmFat, I have the manual sharpener that is the one I've had for years, the iPoint Halo, but I'm thinking about investing in a newer one because I can tell the blades are kind of getting old and it's not sharpening as well. I have the Carl Custom CC 2000 Angel Sharpener or something or whatever. Basically, like if you've seen the DeWint Super Point, it's a lot like that, but for half the price. Yes, hand cranked sharpeners are so nice, especially with the super tips on them, like the super pointy tips. Oh, there's something so satisfying about sharpening a good pencil. I love it. How long have I been on here? I don't even remember. I've only gotten 3 boxes filled and I've been talking. So this is really nice because this works on the actual wood, and then this sharpens the point. It's very nice. Let's get it sharper. That's good. That's pretty decent. I got that sharpener because Harry over at the Art Gear Guide recommended it, and I trust his judgment fully. And I'd forgotten I actually had that a long time ago. You know what? Let's burnish that color. Just see how far we can take that. It feels like these are gonna, at least from just swatching them, they do have a nice soft laydown. Some of the lighter colors, I don't know if you can see the sheen on that, but some of the lighter colors, they were you can see, I'll show you the waxes and everything, but this one in particular was kind of disappointing because it was not as pigmented as I hoped it would be. I really had to press down to get that one, but I mean, so far overall they're pretty decent. I don't know. We'll see. Do I use fixative with colored pencils? Yes, I do. I use, while I'm working on it, if I'm working on it traditionally speaking, I will use Krylon workable fixative, and then I use the final fixative at the very end. I have a whole pack of, I had finally caved this year and bought some oil pastels that I really like. I actually have quite a few oil pastels. But I was debating on getting the Neo pastels by Caran d'Ache because they were so expensive, but God, they're so creamy and so nice. And I had a small one. I actually sent it over to, I had a small 12 pack, and I sent it to Christian. What's his name? Oh God. Why am I going blank? He does all the lovely oil pastels. I can't think of his username though. Oh my God. Wow. But I sent those to him, and then I ended up getting a large pack, and I was really just impressed, but I haven't had a chance to really get into them because I've been preoccupied with everything else. And I kept thinking, I don't know if anybody's really interested in oil pastels on my channel. So I haven't really scheduled to have anything to do with them just yet. But if you guys want me to, I will definitely use use it as an excuse to get in there and try them and create something with them. I can tell I'm going to like this color. It's a turquoise. You know how I love my turquoises. What's everybody's favorite color? Do I think fixative would work on a watercolor color pencil mixed media piece? I've been afraid to try. What's the brand that you're using? I'm not sure. It would depend on what you're using. If there's more colored pencil than there is watercolor, you can try it. The only thing is that with applying something, wet, essentially wet, that's a stream, on top of watercolor, you do run that risk of reactivating that watercolor and having the colors bleed a little bit. Magenta, yes, I love magenta too. I haven't been labeling these. I've been talking so much. Let's see here. This one is that 31? Yeah. I haven't been putting these back in order either. Okay, it's a good thing they're numbered pretty straightforward. 32. I wish we could play music along, like music when we wouldn't get a copyright strike. It's 33. Oh no. Okay. 36. 33. 34. Okay, we're good. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I would run a test if I were you. Like on another sheet of paper, apply some watercolor and apply some colored pencil, whatever medium, mixed media you have chosen to use. I would just test it out on a separate sheet of paper and just go with that. The final fixative, I mean, that whole set, I have that set and it's very nice. But I do know that at least the texture spray has that kind of grittiness to it. But I don't want to tell you to just go ahead and do it because I haven't used it with watercolor. I've only used it with a colored pencil and pan pastel piece. So I'm not sure if it's suitable to use. I hate to not give you a straightforward answer, but I would rather you test it out first and see how it reacts to watercolor and colored pencil together. Because the water media, it could be tough. 34. Okay, we're good. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and pencil. I have the final fixative from brush and Oil pastels are a lot of fun. They're really therapeutic to work with. And when you get the Paul Rubens oil pastels are really good too. And I know I just covered their watercolor, but honestly, their oil pastels are really affordable and they're pretty good price too. Or they're good value. I've got their pastels, their pastel colored pastels. Those are so pretty. They're like what they call macaron colors. They're macaroon colors. Is it macaron or macaroon? I don't know. I don't know. I love all the colors I do too. I love my Sennelier. They go down like yes, Sennelier is like lipstick. Sennelier oil pastels, and I have the portrait of Sennelier, and I have a few of their. I think I have the 12 basic colors or 24 basic colors. And then I've got some, I have their colorless blender, and it's so nice. The colorless blender is awesome. I wish more oil pastels had colorless blender, but there are so many ways to blend oil pastels too. So, how was everybody's weekend? Let me know what you did. It stormed all weekend here, and there wasn't a whole lot to do. So, I just relaxed and worked on getting things set up. But I'm not gonna lie, I had some lazy moments, but I did work on the video until I had it released on Friday, and then Saturday yesterday I kind of just I started to get things together for this, but I basically kind of laid around. But I've been having flare-ups quite a bit again. So for those of you who don't know or haven't seen, I have fibromyalgia and psoriatic arthritis. And so I have these episodes sometimes where, man, I not only hurt in multiple places, but what I like to call a flare, that's what they call it, fibro flare. But like there's also, like with psoriatic arthritis, I will just lose my energy out of nowhere. Sometimes this happens whenever I get up, I get going, like I put on my face, I get myself together looking like a human being, and then I'll get ready to go downstairs, start working on stuff, and it's like all of a sudden the wind just, it's like I gotta go back to bed for a while. And I think that's kind of typical with autoimmune, but it's just frustrating because I like to feel productive, but you know, what are you gonna do? It happens, and you have to honor your body, because I have made the foolish choice of pushing myself before, and it's not fun. Yeah, I need to take care of myself. I try my best to. Can we rewind the weekend and start over? Right? I feel you. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Guys, I can tell this is a little shaky because this is attached to the desk. So, let me know, is it bothersome? Because if so, I'm going to get like a table, or not a table stand, but like a floor stand or another tripod that can just hang over the top where it's not attached to the desk. Oh no, it's scratchy. Don't be like that. No. Can we sharpen it away? Don't be like that. It's a sensory thing. I don't like scratchy pencils. Ew. Yuck. You melted? Yeah. It's humid here in the Midwest. It's, at least here in St. Louis it is. But I think after Tuesday we're supposed to get really nice weather for like an entire week. But right now we've had like 2 days of storms. We got 2 more days, and crossing my fingers that my basement slash garage slash art studio will not flood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood for me, everybody. Yeah, this one's kind of scratchy. That's a bummer. Ooh, no. Ooh, yeah, I don't like it's. Okay, it's not bothering you? Okay, I thought I read that it was bothering you. Can you send your storms our way? We need the rain desperately here in Arizona. We have a lot of wildfires. Oh no. Yes, I would love to be able to control the weather and send you some rain because it bothers me whenever I hear about wildfires because I think of all the wildlife losing their homes and losing their lives. It's not right. And interestingly enough, like, you know, if you live in a place for a long time or if you're born and raised in a place and you haven't lived in a different type of climate, and you never had to think about it, you can be very ignorant to it. I realized how ignorant I was, you know, as far as, and I don't mean that as an insult to myself, but I was literally like, did not understand. I had heard about wildfires, but when my friend who was born and raised here and then she moved to LA for 10 years, she talked about the wildfires and she talked about how it gets really dry there, so that's what happens. And then they have the earthquakes, which causes the mudslides. And I'm like, what? You know, I'm like, that just blew my mind. I was like, wow, I'm such a Midwesterner here. Need to get with the program and learn what other people are having to, you know, Mother Nature is unforgiving. And we get the tornadoes and stuff. I mean, where I'm at is kind of up in the hills. It's not flat, but not totally. So I've never had to, thankfully, deal with any loss of homes or anything like that. But I know up north, yeah, they get them a lot. They touch down a lot up north. And anyways, long story short, we get the tornadoes, but we don't have earthquakes. Although I don't say that completely that we don't have earthquakes, but I don't remember ever having to deal with any major earthquakes. We do have a fault line very close to us, and it's like the big thing is like, ooh, it's going to just go crazy one day and cause a disaster. We're overdue for an earthquake. And I'm like, don't bring that voodoo on, okay? I'm like, don't speak that into existence. Shut your mouth. But no, seriously, I'm sorry about the wildfires. I hope that you guys, you know, everybody's okay and that you're safe out there. Yeah, Mary, I'm sorry that you have chronic illness too. If you want to message me and talk to me anytime about it, let me know. And it's not fun. But you know what? I am very grateful for my life. I'm able to do what I love to do whenever I can do it. So, you know, and that might mean like, you know, like I'm hurting right now, but I'm not. It's not so bad that I have to go. But I have periods of time where, and I say periods, like, you know, it might be by the minute, might be by the hour, might be by, you know, half a day or whatever. But, you know, you just take it one moment at a time. I'm really, really upset with this color because this pencil is scratchy. Like, I don't even want to finish this box. I'm so disappointed. I really love turquoise. It's a bummer, guys. Why you gotta do me wrong like that? It's number 36. You take it there in Utah. Is it dry out there? California seems so scary. There are some beautiful parts of California, though. There really are. Ew, this looks awful. That's so much of a richer... You know what? I'm going to just try and burnish this scratchy-ass pencil. thought I turned my notifications off and I thought I muted this. But apparently not. Sorry. It's not too bad. It's kind of crumbly, but it's not too bad. So, I'm going to just stop for a moment to tell you guys something, okay? Because this streaming, it coincides with something else that's going on. I'm going to be, if all works out, and pray for me that it does, because I'm brand new to all this streaming stuff. But I'm going to be working with this company, Chocola, okay? And so I have some of their supplies that they sent me. And so I'm going to be working with them, and they sent me some extra fine tip acrylic paint markers and watercolors. Let's see if we can just... Okay. I'm going to need to change everything. I need a bigger desk. Okay. So they sent me their watercolor paint, 40 chalk markers. I've got the acrylic paint markers that you saw. And then I also have, oh, they just spilled out everywhere. They sent me their watercolor brush pens. So what that all means is that I'm actually going to be working with them, and I'm going to be streaming on Amazon Live. So that's pretty cool. I need to learn how to set it all up and everything. So I thought I might as well go ahead and set up YouTube while I'm doing that. So that's what this all means together. And I got to get used to live streaming. So I thought, well, yeah, let's do it. So I don't know when that will happen. Whenever it does happen, I will be announcing it on the community tab. But it's going to be soon because I'm still trying to set everything up and learn everything. So. And so we've been communicating on this app called Slack, which it looks a lot like Discord. And I know a little bit about Discord. I was on a Discord server with some other artists not too long ago. And it's very similar, but it's not necessarily, Slack is not necessarily the most user-friendly layout, in my opinion. But that could be just because we're trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to do something brand new that I've never done before, and everybody's on a different schedule, and I'm, like, asking questions, and there's no really, like, straightforward way or anything to figure everything out. So, but hopefully this week I'll get it all set up, and I'll let you guys know whenever that happens, because then you can come on and see me on Amazon Live if you want to. So... And I'm not sure how long that stays on pre-recorded, but, or afterwards, I'm sorry, not pre-recorded, but afterwards. Obviously it's live. And then they have it, if you ever see anything on Amazon, it'll say previously recorded, and I'm not sure how long that lasts, but it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I have worked with Chocola in the past. I've done a couple of their reviews of watercolor brush pens and their paint markers that they sent a long time ago. Let's see. All right, we're moving on to the second tray, and if I hopefully won't spill this, because this particular tray is really, it's flimsy, just like a lot of trays are in colored pencils, but this one to me doesn't make sense. Oh God, pray for me, you guys. Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay. I think I got it. Maybe not. There we go. There we go. Yay! I feel like I need a gold sticker for that one. Wow. Okay, so you got your beautiful, beautiful greens, and then we've got the more natural tones over here. Ooh, we got some plums and some kind of muted gray tones here. And then we've got your usual kind of lackluster metallic colors. I mean, has anyone seen any amazing metallic colors other than Holbein? I mean, I really haven't ever tried anything that has been, made with colored pencils that were metallic that were like, oh my god! Thank you, Ashrana. Bad drought this year. Oh, wow. I'm with you, Giovanni. Yeah. Like, coming across some scratchy pencils amongst it, like, buttery, nice. Really, like, the layout was very buttery in a lot of these pencils, but it was like all of a sudden it just got scratchy on me, and I'm like, no, don't do that. So this is 37. This is kind of a pretty slate blue, bluish, turquoise-ish. Although we can't depend on this, and we will just have to swatch it to find out. Yes, the colors are very pretty. I agree. So I thought, all goes well, do some Instagram live stuff too. Oh, guys, this one's scratchy too. Oh no. Oh no. And I know that my review on Pagos watercolor was, it wasn't a great review. Or it was thorough. I tried to make it a good review, but like, positively speaking, there was a lot of drawbacks there. But I mean, this is a budget brand, and I understand that when some companies get started, they don't have as much money to put forward to compete with, larger brands, better brands. So, there's always a chance that they can take some of these materials and improve on them. So, yeah. So, what is everyone working on right now? Like, what is your medium of choice, or at least at the moment, if you're like me, where you switch it up? Is anyone in any art shows? Are you doing anything online? If you have your own YouTube channel, comment and let me know so I can follow you. Or subscribe. Not follow, subscribe. I feel like this light is like an interrogation light. Like, this is the lowest setting, by the way. But I'm going to be switching it up here and hopefully get a ring light for the room. I have one downstairs, so I'm just too lazy to go and take it upstairs. It's 3 levels in my place. So carrying photography equipment up and downstairs, that's not really something I enjoy. So I try to have something for, this setup and then that setup downstairs. This is pretty. It's a pretty color. This is, well, it's not the same. It's similar to 36 here, but you're struggling with oil pastels? What's going on? They can be a little tricky, like just depending on what you're doing. It's hard to get really sharp details. Like I'm a detail kind of person, detail-oriented artist. And I learned that when I tried to do a portrait last year, it was a challenge getting those details. Am I sounding a bit echoey? Okay. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Let me know. Let me know if you can still hear me okay. Oh. Ms. Ebony, there's something called finger cots. COTS. You'll probably laugh when you see them, but you put them on your fingertips. That should help. That should help from keeping them getting underneath your fingernails. But unfortunately, you won't be able to use the oils from your fingers as much, but it does cover up the end of the finger. And I'm chalk painting my mama's 1959 kitchen table. Oh, that's awesome. It's feedback. What about now? Is it okay now? Am I okay now? I turned on the microphone just a little bit. Oh no. Okay. I don't know what to do, guys. Hi, Katrina. Welcome. Still getting feedback at all? It could be the stream adjusting. I don't know. I'm not real sure. I'm trying. Comment if you can still hear the feedback, or if you can't, let me know so that I don't worry about it. I don't even remember what I was talking about before that came into play. Probably talking about colored pencils. Oh, I was talking about Pagos. I know that, the brand itself. I will be covering my custom Holbein gouache set as well on the channel at some point. It's Pagos pencils, Katrina. Let's see. I can get it from some. That's a little bit more like that. Oh, my notifications are coming up. That's something I gotta work on too. Yeah, I'm lifting my paper, Edie, like right now. I wanted you guys to be able to see it without the sheen. Maybe so it's not directly showing. That's a little bit better. Still there, but it's not awful. Okay, well. We'll have to make do because I'm just brand new at this. I'm glad it's not terrible though. I can, guys, as far as my paint goes, I will probably have to get off pretty soon because I can feel it starting to flare up on my shoulder. yeah, good times. So, okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. This is not necessarily art related, but I'm going to write that down first. Do any of you watch any kind of like creepy YouTube channels or like creepy subject matter? Well, I lost my pen. This is great. So I'm just going to have to... I lost my working pen, I should say. Anyways, like, I kind of fall down a rabbit hole with YouTube sometimes at the end of the night. And I thought to myself, I need to stop watching, like, creepy internet videos or creepy things from around the internet type of videos or, like, videos that deal with like the macabre or anything like that whenever I'm getting ready to go to bed, because then I will end up with it on my mind. I'll dream about it. And I'm like, this morning I woke up and I was like, I have got to start watching something different before I go to bed, or just not watching anything at all. But I can't help myself sometimes. Scary mysteries, yes. There are some really great, interesting channels here on YouTube. There's a guy named Nexpo, Nexpo. It used to be Nightmare Expo, but now it's just Nexpo. And he has some amazing videos and just the production quality on them, amazing. And he has about 1 million followers. There are some true crime channels. I obviously follow Bailey Sarian. She's amazing. She does the Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays, and then That Chapter is really good. That guy is awesome. Mike. There's a bunch of them. But yeah, my mom and I both, we both like true crime. We both like, as my dad calls it, the macabre, the creepy stuff. I don't know why. It's just... But then every once in a while I'll come across something that I'm like, nope, can't do this. This is where I draw the line. But I did stumble. The reason why I bring this up is I stumbled upon a video last night on one of my rabbit holes, and I don't know how I got... I think it's because I was watching the new trailer for Candyman. That was the Jordan Peele remake. And I was wondering if Tony Todd was going to take over his role again, or reprise his role again as Candyman. Because I remember that back in the day, I grew up in the 80s. And so, of course, that was the age of horror. And slasher horror and all kinds of fun stuff. But I ended up reading up on it, and I knew that they filmed the original Candyman in a place called... it was a public housing project in Chicago called Capri Green, and there were these high-rise public housing projects, and it's since been torn down, but it was really poorly taken care of by the Public Housing Association, and the crime was sky high there and everything, and it was just a really bad situation for the residents there. And I feel bad for them, because there were a lot of people who were murdered there, a lot of families, a lot of children. It was horrible. But I guess, to me, that was far more horrifying than any of these creepy internet mysteries. Like, just the conditions that they were living in, and... I don't know, I don't mean to be a downer, guys. It's just something that I came across last night. But if you look up 1989 documentary on Capri Green housing project, like, that was serious. That the elevator would only work at certain times because some of the gang members would take control of the elevators, and sometimes they would work and sometimes they wouldn't. So if you can imagine being in a place and being kind of like trapped there, you can't really... I guess they had stairwells, but I'm sure that stairwells were dangerous too. But, if you were an older person and you couldn't get around that much, you were living in this place. Oh, goodness. But grateful for the roof over my head and everything. And I feel bad for people when when they don't have proper living conditions. But then sometimes I'll just I'll get sucked into ARGs. I don't know if you guys know what ARGs are, but it stands for alternate reality game, augmented reality game. Those are so fun. But I mean, I went kind of crazy. Like, I will watch these things and listen to them while I'm creating sometimes too with art, depending on what I'm making, and I'll do it while I'm swatching too. So it's just interesting because I didn't know what it was until I came up on one, and I was like, what is this? And I think it was an augmented reality game ARG called Hi Mary Mary. And that thing, oh my gosh. If you go to the YouTube channel, it's just called Hi I'm Mary Mary. Like, Hi, I'm Mary Mary. It's a series of comic transformation. It's a series of videos on this channel, and then you can watch other people's analysis of this thing that unfolds, and this whole series of events that unfolds. And man, I tell you what, it was good. It was really good, but it's creepy. It's really creepy. I mean, I couldn't, let's put it this way, I couldn't sit there and watch the entire thing all at once because it was kind of dark. But oh, you live in Chicago too, Jen. Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Chicago plenty of times. It's been almost 10 years maybe? No, it hasn't been that long. Maybe 2016. It was the last time I was in Chicago. But yeah, I know that they tore it down, and yeah, it's definitely been remodeled, and they've helped the economy out in that area. It's just wild to think that there are certain, like, social and political things that happen in a city that can turn what was supposed to be a safe place for people to live into this, like, Wild West. They nicknamed it like Beirut or something. Oh, it's crazy. So you watch paranormal channels, and what are Transworld Videos, Edie? I don't know what that is. Distortions Unlimited. I'm gonna have to Cobweb and Candlesticks. I like that name. That's cool. I'll have to check out. If you guys have recommendations for those kind of channels, let me know. I'm always looking for interesting content to watch. And I mean, I know what it's like to create on this platform and the amount of time it takes to put in what I do with the art videos. So, like, when I see the, like, mini documentaries, Night Docs is another guy that's really amazing too. It's just Night, DOCS, and I mean, he creates such high quality content. It's like a Netflix documentary. He's got some amazing footage and amazing subject matter that draws you in. He's really good at what he does. Yeah, that's the thing about Caprini Green, is that, like, it definitely wasn't all bad from what I understand, because there was a sense of community there. Like, people took care of each other that weren't doing bad business there, and weren't involved in criminal activity. So you do bring up a very good point. This is a very interesting mint green color. I'm kind of digging that color too. My air just kicked on, guys, so if you're hearing that noise, that ambient noise, that's what it is. try and finish up this row, and then maybe we can meet up at a later time. Yeah, Cecil Hotel is a whole other thing. That is a whole other ball game. Being the sensitive individual that I am towards energy and everything, and I know some of you all are as well. I don't even have to visit Cecil Hotel. I mean, you can just look at Cecil Hotel and know that there's dark energy there, and you can tell that it's accumulated over time a lot, and there's a lot of trapped energy there, and it's something that, how do I say this? It was also one of those situations where it was intended to be a good thing, and then it ended up being okay, good for people who didn't have a home otherwise, or couldn't get a place otherwise, because otherwise they'd be living on Skid Row. But there was a lot of darkness there, a lot of criminal activity there, a lot of evil going on there. Yeah, that's a place, all right. And how do you guys feel about that Netflix documentary that they made on the Cecil Hotel with the Elisa Lam case? I'm sorry, but I think that they just completely it was like, let's put a bow on this and just call it a day, and it's just not that simple. So, I do believe that she did have, in my opinion, and in my belief, I do believe she did have, she had some bipolar issues, or she had bipolar issues. She was having some issues with it, but I don't think that it happened the way that they proclaim it did. I feel like they made that documentary as a way to try and get people to stop talking about it, but it's not ever going to be that way, because you can't just put something. You can't explain away like some of the things that happened. To me, the whole city of LA is dark energy. It's a big place. Yeah, Cecil Hotel definitely is dark energy attached to it. Of course, okay, so here's something that, fun fact, and I haven't ever talked about this on my channel before, because it hasn't ever really came up or anything. I feel like I'm 5 years old in this stupid chair. But I really wish I could find that pen. My chair's making lots of noises too. But one thing, okay, so you talk about dark energy, man. This town that I live in, I'm not going to disclose the actual town that I live in, but I do live in the St. Louis area, okay? There's a lot of dark energy in a lot of the neighborhoods in St. Louis, okay? But it's a different kind of dark vibe than it is for LA or Cecil Hotel or things like that. But there is an area probably about 2 or 3 miles away from where I live, and it is, not kidding you, no exaggeration, it is called the Gates of Hell. And it's since been closed off, because it was like the place that teenagers would go to drop acid. There was an actual part of it called Acid Bridge, and the teenagers for years and years would go and drop acid in this area and do stupid stuff. But I don't know if I can really even talk about that kind of thing on my channel, but it's literally, it's got some energy. It's got funky energy, and it's got weird energy, it's got bad energy attached to it, and it goes along a stretch of road. It's not just one specific place and pinpoint, but it's a series of, it's a stretch of this road that goes on, and for about a mile or so, and there are points within that mile that are really, really intense. And I was leaving from one part of like a different area, and I was coming back through that area, like the back way, and there's this one turn that's really, really sudden, okay? And the gates are actually like these bridges, right? And they've got graffiti all over them, but I turned that corner, and I wasn't expecting the bridge to be there. I don't know why. It was really dark at night. This has been like several years ago, and I don't know why I did this. I was just driving around at night. I was by myself too, which was really dumb. But I mean, I turned that corner, and that bridge was there, and it was just like boom, like the energy was just like right in my face, and it was so strong that I mean, I put the pedal to the metal. I was like, I gotta get out of here as quickly as possible. This is not a Sunday drive, okay? Gotta get home. Like, yeah. And yeah, I was weirded out. It was very strange. Very strange. But we also have let's see, 37:30. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Is that it? 37, 38. Okay. Yeah. So also there is another area. I live in an interesting area because there's a place nearby which is also Indian burial mounds, and it's a beautiful place. I think I might have to do a vlog on it sometime. And then we also have a Catholic shrine nearby too. So it's an interesting area that I live in. A lot of interesting energy. You don't like the vibes, you gotta go? Oh, I didn't mean to scare anybody. I was just... Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. I was like, man, I hope I'm not freaking anybody out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was definitely like, gotta go, I'm out of here, goodbye. Because you don't want anything coming home with you, let's put it that way. There's also a military air base nearby. So I have seen some interesting things. Let's put it that way. Maybe we'll talk about that more next time. Because I don't want to freak everybody out all of a sudden, like I'm like throwing everything at you. But that will be revealed in time. I'll have to tell you guys about it briefly. I'm not going to go into too many details because I'm not really sure if I should. But tell me, you guys, like, have you guys ever had any situations like that where you like ran into some funky energy, or you saw maybe something paranormal, or like somewhat paranormal? I don't know what somewhat paranormal means, but maybe possibly paranormal is what I meant. I need to go back to Dick Blick too. You get the same vibes like that when you go to the checkout counter at Michael's. Oh my. I don't know what is up with Michael's, but first of all, I'm not happy that they got rid of that 40% off coupon. Both them and Hobby Lobby, but you know what? I try not to shop at Hobby Lobby because we all know why. But sometimes, every once in a while, like they had a clearance sale on their Canson and Strathmore paper not too long ago, and I mean, I'm not gonna say no to like $3 Canson paper, okay? So I stocked up on that, but I mean, if it was the only place around, then of course I would. But I live in New York City. Thankfully, I can
I have the choice to go to Michael's if I want, or I can go across the river and shop at Art Mart, which you guys have seen on this channel, or Dick Blick, which you've seen on this channel as well, or St. Louis Art Supply, which I'm really, really hoping that St. Louis Art Supply opens back up very soon because they've got a lot of new stuff, and I love those guys. They're so fantastic. And when they first opened, I did a video of the opening, and well, it was whenever they moved. They had a previous location, but whenever they had the grand opening, kind of in the middle of the city, that was pretty cool. And they carry things that I can't find anywhere else. So I always love that. Yes, it's very nice to be able to shop at Dick Blake and have them nearby. Jen, is that the one in Chicago? There's probably more than one that I can't think of. I think there's one in Schaumburg, too. And your life is pretty boring. You know what? Sometimes you don't want the paranormal coming around. So, you know, don't think of your life as boring. Maybe think of it as a blessing in that sense, because there's a lot of funky energy out and about. Whenever I was a teenager, I used to be able to, like, I could tell whenever a party was about to get busted. I'm not kidding. In my wilder days, I actually, I got the vibes a couple times where I was like, we gotta go now. When I was about 16, 16, 17. And I mean, there wasn't anything necessarily terrible going on there, but, you know, just your kind of typical teenage stuff that, you know, there was something that was previously not legal in the state that that it was not legal back in the 90s. So that's something that I need to go and I've got my medical card for it, and I need to go down to the dispensary. Funky Cole Medina! Asharana. It does. It saves your butt. It saves your butt. It saves everybody else's butt. And you're just like, okay, you know what? You just know it. You can feel it within you. You can feel it in your gut. You can feel it everywhere. You're just like, it's time to go. It's time to go. Something's going to happen. I got a bad feeling. Let's get out of here. What's everybody's sign? Even if you don't believe in the Zodiac, humor me. I am a Virgo. My moon sign is Aries. My rising sign is Libra. If y'all don't know what that is, it's okay. But just shout out your sun sign if that's the only thing you know about it. I'm old now. That's not a Zodiac sign. Aquarius, yes, I love my Aquarians. I make really, I'm usually pretty good friends with Aquarians. Like, I buddy up with Aquarians pretty easily. They're good people. Some of the most strong-willed people, though. Y'all are strong-willed. You have bad vibes about living people? Oh, yeah. I've come across people with bad vibes, good vibes, stingy vibes, mean girl vibes, fun vibes, good-hearted people vibes. We got one more, folks, and then I'm going to wrap it up here. So this one was 40. I haven't talked much about these colored pencils so far, but I'm liking the blues. I really dig these greens. You know what? It's burnish. I know you're a Sagittarius. Heather. Fun fire sign. Loves their freedom. Great independent. Creative person. Leos. My son is Leo, so I definitely am partial. He is a Leo with a Virgo moon, and he is right smack dab in Leo, man. He is something else. And you guys are the most loyal people, usually. The colors are really nice. Wow, Miss Ebony, you are like a triple Libra. Wow, that's amazing. That's why you love beauty and aesthetically pleasing things. You're ruled completely by the planet Venus. That's awesome. Look at that sharp, nice point. Look how satisfying that is, folks. Look at that. Please don't be scratchy. Pisces, oh man, let's just say that Pisces are definitely the dreamers. They're always said to be the most like psychic of the zodiac, but while they are very psychic naturally, I don't know if y'all know who Sloan Bella is, but she says that Virgos are the most psychic. I don't know. I can attest to my own abilities, but yeah, here's the thing, is that Pisces, I've known Pisces, I've dated a Pisces, and here's the thing that I will say about Pisces. The only negative thing that I can say about Pisces is that you guys need to not stay away from the substances. So, because that just makes everything worse. I mean, it makes everything worse for anyone, but yeah, it's especially like susceptible for Pisces to really come unraveled. Because you're all the dreamers and the visionaries and everything, so like you can use your creativity for good, you know. But if you enter those substances into the mix, it can get really, really messy, really, really quick. Yeah. So, but Pisces they're very, they're very emotional individuals too. The thing is that their symbol are the fish, the two fish. So one swims upstream, one swims downstream. You make a great partner for other water signs like Cancer and Scorpio. I'm just going off of general compatibility. And some earth signs, Capricorn and Taurus. But everyone has an opposite sign, so Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. And typically whenever we have people who are opposite sun sign, if we're just going off sun signs in general, we're attracted to them, but we're also kind of like it's a push-pull type of energy going on there. And like Gemini, you guys have duality, okay? Geminis are the twins. They have a lot of air energy. They're flighty and they're the social butterflies and everything else. But the Pisces, they're a little wishy-washy with their emotions. Sometimes they have trouble making decisions. A lot of the time, people won't have necessarily the typical traits of their zodiac sign, but a lot of that is because your sun sign is just your character, right? Like your moon sign is your inner child, and your rising sign is how you appear to other people. And there's a whole, I could get freaky with astrology on my channel, but I know it's not necessarily an astrology channel. But I'm also not a professional astrological reader. I have just studied it for a while, well, since I was 18. My mom wasn't too happy about that. That's okay though. She's cool with it. She's made peace with it, I think. But that I don't have necessarily all the traits of Virgo either. I do have 4 planets in Virgo in my chart, but I also have the Aries moon sign, which it explained my short, quick temper whenever I was young, and I still have a little bit of a fuse every once in a while. It just depends on what it is. But the Libra rising, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And When people say, you know, I don't act like a typical Virgo or a typical sign that is my sign, it usually has a lot to do with the person's individual chart and where your planets are at and which houses they're in. I say everybody should look at their chart at least once, like have somebody read your chart for you. You were born in the year of the pig? That's not necessarily a bad thing. I was born in the year of the sheep. I mean, it would be cool to be like a dragon or a tiger of the Chinese Zodiac, but everything plays a part. Don't hang your head in shame. Pigs are nice. Pigs are really cute. Born in the year of the rat? You have a Gemini moon sign? Apparently I haven't. Oh, yeah. Gemini moon. I actually really like Gemini. I know that, like, typically Virgos aren't compatible with Geminis, but we really are because we're ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication. So we don't necessarily make good compatible partners, like romantic partners, but we can chat up quite a bit with Geminis, and I swear, I was like, I can't get away from Geminis. It's like some of my closest friends were Geminis. I had 2 or 3 close friends that were Geminis. So I feel like I understand them, and I'm not really turned off by like some of the quirks or anything like that. Okay, guys, let's see. I'm going to burnish this real quick. I had fun. This is fun. We should do this every week if I can do it. I can figure. I think this will open up a whole new door on this channel because I do love the reviews, but that's not the only thing that I want to do on this channel. I do love good review, though. You know it. But I've been wanting to live stream for a while. I just hadn't taken the plunge. So here we are. Okay, so let's take a look at the blues and some of the greens here. What do you guys think? So far, so good. Wasn't really cool on that scratchy stuff, but pigs will eat people. That's why they're called pigs. But if you domesticate them and you get them early, they sure can be cute. They can be, I mean, there's plenty of people who own pigs and have a good relationship with them. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I dated a Cancer for like the last 3 years. He was a good guy though, but it just didn't work for other reasons. You like number 38? Yeah, I do too. That's kind of a nice like minty bluish green. Now the paper's kind of dirty there, so something's on it. I don't know, but I'm really digging number 30 itself, like that bluish purple. That kind of 31 is close, but we need to go back and burnish that real quick because that's bugging me. Yeah, we gotta burnish this real quick. So is it live? This is not live on Amazon right now, but what I will be doing will be live on Amazon under the Chocola brand. I don't know. The only thing I don't know is if it'll like give you guys notifications. I think you can follow the Chocola page, and it'll give you notifications when it goes live. I think you can do that. I'm still learning it too. Oh no, guys, it broke! Oh no! Oh no! Well, we've had some scratchy stuff and we've had a breakage, okay? That's not good. I mean, these are $20 pencils. What do you expect, you know? And you do get what you pay for sometimes. Although sometimes you do find a really great value. Like those Paul Rubens watercolors are a great value for student grade, but
they are what they are, you know. But a lot of times, it's kind of half and half. You know, it depends on what kind of medium you use. Like some of the alcohol markers these days, like there are a lot of great brands that are so much more affordable than Copics, but some people work professionally full time with Copics, so they need the Copics. But like Ohuhu and Ardex, I have the Ardex Alp markers; those are great. And a lot of the cheaper alcohol markers are great for most people. But colored pencils, it's a mixed bag. I mean, there's a lot of garbage out there. Not gonna lie. You know? Watercolors, it's a little bit of a mixed bag too, but what you can find that's good, you hold on to it. Especially if it's a really good price. So what causes pencils to break right after sharpening like that? Sometimes it is the quality of the pencil, and sometimes it is the person. Like sometimes I know that it could have been that I sharpened it too much and too harsh, but I don't know. It can mean a lot of different things. It can be the sharpener too. Typically, colored pencils do really well with electric sharpeners. I don't have it with me right now. So that about wraps it up, everybody. Hi, Melody. Oh, you just out there. I'm getting ready to sign off for tonight, but I'll be back. Yeah. You got frustrated with watercolors. Shoot me a message. Let me know what the deal is. What are you having trouble with? Maybe I can help you. I don't know. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming on here, and I'm hoping that we can do this every Sunday, maybe if not every Sunday, at least once a week, where we sit down in the evening and get together, and you bring your stuff to the table and draw with me, paint with me, whatever, or I do a demo or something. So I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So take care, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Oh, here we go.